Hello again, everybody. This is Patrick Pinto, and welcome to another riveting episode of the ABCs of Digital Marketing. Today, we're sitting with a premier client and friend of ours, Colleen and Daneen over at JanusHR. Colleen, how are you today?
Doing good. How are you, Pat?
I'm doing well. Daneen, how are you today?
I'm doing very well.
We have the luxury of interviewing both ladies of the firm, and what I like now is that we can ask different questions to different people. Daneen, tell us a little bit about the company. Tell us how you founded JanusHR.
Well, I had been in the industry. I worked for a very large PEO. When they started, they certainly weren't large because it was a startup back in 1997. So I worked for this company, Oasis Outsourcing, for over 22 years. And at the time, they were a very large company. Right before they sold to Paychex, they had about 280,000 worksite employees before they sold, actually probably even bigger than that. So I had seen the growth from, a startup company, a very small boutique PEO, to the largest privately held PEO in the country. And watching all that explosive growth, opening offices throughout the country, going into, I think we opened 12 different offices that I was responsible for opening it, and hiring and bringing on new clients all over. I know the business very well, but it's like when I took a retirement package from Oasis Outsourcing, it was time, what am I going to do? And over like literally 2 months later, I'm like, you know what, let's start our own. And I don't need to be an Oasis. I want to provide the best level of service to our clients, to handle all the payroll, benefits administration, workers' comp, HR, the compliance. So if you're a small business owner, you don't want to deal with handling all of this administrative work on your own. So outsourcing it to a company that you trust and like is going to ease your burden of administration of being an employer and helping you with your employer experience.
Something that's important that I like that you guys really kind of hone in on is that personal attention and that peace of mind that you're able to give back to your clients. They don't fall into a mix. And I know this from speaking with a number of your clients and being at those roundtables with them, where they just pontificate about how amazing you guys are. And the attention that gets given to them, and that one-on-one that you're able to give, that really stands HR out from many of the companies out there. I have to be very direct with you guys.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And
that is the idea, to be, a small boutique, very hands-on. We have absolutely invested in the best technology available in our industry, but that coupled with a very high level of touch, I think that's very important. Our customer service level is top-notch.
It is. Colleen, let me jump over to you for a second. How do I say this? What would your sweet spot be in types of clients that you like to service, that you have success levels in servicing and working with?
I think that as a whole, we really enjoy clients that are also small businesses, medium-sized businesses, local businesses, people that, the owner is around, they're familiar with all their employees, and they would appreciate that we kind of have the same setup here. Daneen being the owner, it's easy to get in contact with her. She knows all of her employees, obviously, but probably other than that, other customer service representatives as well, because they can relate, or we can relate to them easily, because we really like to focus on the customer.
Yeah, you guys really, as I said, you guys go above and beyond. You do a due diligence, and you do a time lapse when you walk through someone's company, and you make sure that you've covered all of the right information. I know this from experience, and I know this from working with you guys, and far impressive, and far compared to many of the firms out there, you really do shine yourselves much differently. The question that I did have was, is it a prerequisite to work for JanusHR to have in your name, last part has to be in, like Maureen, Janine? I mean, does that, because it works flawlessly with Daneen and Colleen. I wasn't sure if that was something.
It's not a prerequisite, but it helps, that's for sure.
And this is, and I have to say this, and for everyone that's listening and everyone that's watching this today, the smoothness and the comfortable conversation that you have when you speak to Daneen or Colleen, you really will appreciate that personal. It's not very rigid, and it's not very just structured where you're not going to be able to enjoy what you're saying and build a relationship with them. And I have to tell you that the Be Seen services that we have and that we're working with you guys at JanusHR, we love, and I mean love, the relationship. We love working with you guys just because of the smooth fluidness that you have in all of what we do together. And I have to thank you for that. I really do.
Well, the feeling's very mutual. So thank you very much, Patrick.
You're welcome. Now, if you didn't notice, I am wearing an orange shirt to help represent the Florida location that you guys are in. being that you highlight and you stand out in the Tampa area, I thought it would be best to wear something with a little orange in it to kind of show my support for that Florida, your Florida area.
Well, I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me ask you this: if you wanted to leave a lasting impression on this interview, if you wanted to leave a lasting impression with anyone that's watching or that's going to dial in or that's going to get this link to be able to view, what would you like it to be? What would you like that sticky point to be about JanusHR and the Daneen Colleen team?
I would say more than anything, we allow our clients to really focus on what they do best. And at the end of the day, they want happy clients and happy employees. And again, all the time consuming, non-revenue producing elements of running your business with the compliance and the taxes and the laws, and they keep changing every day with COVID, Family First Coronavirus Act, the CARES Act, and everything being extended, dealing with employees getting sick, going back to work, workers' comp claims, unemployment claims, that can really drag you down. Trust me, because we've been in the middle of all of that right after we launched. So instead of having to focus on learning all the new laws and focusing on your employees and making sure your clients are very happy and satisfied with your services, allow us to do everything else and help you grow.
I like that. I like that. Colleen, anything that you want to leave, any lasting thoughts you want to leave, how someone can get in touch with you, they can find you guys, they can speak and set up appointments with you guys, anything?
Yeah, I think one of the great aspects that we like to present to our clients is that we're easy to get a hold of. They call up here and they speak to one of us, and emails, we respond very quickly. You're not going to get an automated system. You're always going to talk to one of us. And I think that our clients really do appreciate that.
Something that I love, and I think this rings true for both you guys and for your firm, is that you are large enough to serve and you are small enough to care. And that goes a long way into speak with me and of LinkedIn and that as well. And more importantly, if anyone gets an opportunity, and I say this to the audience, please take some time, look up JanusHR, look up Daneen, look up Colleen. I think it'll be well worth your time and effort to speak with them. You'll walk away far impressed with the conversation. And at the end of the day, you'll find an HR firm that you're comfortable to work with and that will give you the proven results you're looking for. Daneen, thank you again. Colleen, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And like I always say, girls, like I always say, it's great to have the right HR company. It's also always good to be seen. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.